Today I'm super excited to share everything you need to know about visiting Japan during autumn 2025. I just got the latest official forecast from Japan Meteorological Corporation and I'm going to break it all down for you in the simplest way possible. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly when to come and where to go. So let's jump right in. Big News 2025. Okay, so the JMC just released their second forecast on October 2nd, and I've got some really interesting news. This year, the autumn colors are going to show up a bit later than usual. What does that mean for you? It actually means you have more time to plan your trip. And if you were worried about missing the peak colors, you can relax a little bit. Let me explain when the leaves are going to be at their most beautiful in the different parts of Japan. I'm going to talk about two types of trees because they change color at different times. First, we have the red maple leaves, which are what most people think of when they picture autumn in Japan. Then we have the yellow ginkgo trees, which create these amazing golden tunnels, especially in cities like Tokyo. When will the colors be perfect? Let me start with the places most of you will probably visit. Number one, for Kyoto, which is the #1 autumn destination, the red leaves should be perfect around December 12th. Normally they peak around December 5th, so you can see they're coming about a week later this year. The yellow ginkgo trees will be best around November 28th. For Tokyo, the yellow ginkgo trees will peak around November 27th and the red maple leaves around December 1st. That's pretty close to normal, just a few days later. Up in Hokkaido and Sapporo, both colors come much earlier. Yellow leaves will be best around November 7th and red leaves around November 9th. That's because it gets cold up north first. In the Japanese Alps area like Nagano, you're looking at mid to late November. Yellow leaves around November 17th and red leaves around November 24th. Now here's a really important thing to remember. These are just forecasts based on weather patterns. The actual timing can shift by a few days to a week, depending on how warm or cold it gets. That's why the Japan Meteorological Corporation will release another update in early November. That is, with more accurate predictions. Why are colors coming late this year? Well, you might be wondering why everything's running late this year. From what I've learned living here in Japan, it's all about the temperature. When autumn is warmer than usual, the leaves take longer to change color. This year, September and October have been pretty warm, so the trees are taking their time. But here's the good news. This actually works in your favor if you're planning to visit places like Kyoto or Tokyo in late November or early December. You'll have a better chance of catching the peak colors. Now these are the top 5 places to see autumn colors in 2025. Okay, let me tell you about my top 5 favorite places to visit during autumn. These are the places that I think give you the best experience. I'll tell you exactly when to go. Number 1, Kyoto. If you only visit one place for autumn in Japan, make it Kyoto. The city is magical in the fall. Based on the 2025 forecast, you should plan to visit from late November through mid-December, with the absolute best time being around December 12th. Arashiyama is probably the most famous area, Bamboo Grove, Tenryuji Temple, and the whole riverside area are just stunning. Another area I love is Higashiyama on the eastern side of Kyoto. Here you'll find out Kiyomizu-dera and Nanzenji temples. And these temples have been around for hundreds of years, and seeing them surrounded by red and orange leaves is something you'll never forget. If you want to escape crowds, go to Daigoji or Kuramadera. These are a bit further out, so if you're tourists, go there, but they're just as beautiful. And here's a pro tip. Many temples offer special night illuminations during autumn where they light up the trees. Now these are absolutely magical and usually less crowded than during the day. Number 2, we have Tokyo. A lot of people don't realize that Tokyo has amazing autumn colors too. Yellow leaves will be at their best around November 27th and the red leaves around December 1st. The most famous spot is Ginkgo Avenue at Meiji Jingo Gaien. When those trees turn golden yellow, it creates this incredible tunnel of gold. It's one of the most photographed spots in Tokyo during autumn. But I also love the traditional gardens like Koishikawa, Korakuen, and Rikugien. These gardens are like peaceful oases right in the middle of the busy city. What's great about Tokyo is that you can combine autumn leaf viewing with all other amazing things the city offers. Shopping, food, museums, beautiful gardens, all in one tree. 3. Nikko. Nikko is only about 2 hours from Tokyo, which makes it perfect for a day trip or weekend getaway. The best time to visit is late October to early November because it's at a higher elevation and the colors come earlier. The main attraction, Boshoku Shrine, which is super famous and has an incredible architecture, and seeing it surrounded by autumn colors is really special. Near the shrine, there's Lake Shuzenji and the Kegon Falls, which is a beautiful waterfall. The combination of the lake, the waterfall, and the autumn trees makes this area stunning. Plus, you're mixing culture and nature in one trip, which is perfect if you don't have a lot of time. Number 4, Japanese Alps and Kanazawa. This region is perfect if you want to see both traditional culture and mountain scenery. It's really beautiful city with samurai districts and one of Japan's 3 most beautiful gardens called Kenrokuen. The yellow leaves here should be best around November 12th and the red leaves around December 1st. Near Kanazawa, you can visit Shirakawa-go, which has these traditional villages with unique steep thatched roofs. They look like something out of a fairy tale. The best time is late October to early November. If you love mountains, Kamikochi is this amazing alpine valley with crystal clear rivers and mountain peaks. Go there mid to late October for the best colors. What I love about this area is that it's less crowded than Kyoto, but it's just as beautiful. You get a more authentic experience without fighting through massive crowds. Number 5, last but not the least, Hokkaido. If you're visiting Japan in September or early October, Hokkaido is where you want to be. This is the northernmost island, so autumn comes here first. The forecast says Sapporo will hit its peak around November 7th to 9th, but it's up in the mountains. Colors start showing up as early as mid-September. Daisetsu National Park is massive and has incredible hiking trails. You can see autumn colors against these dramatic mountain backgrounds. Another spot I love is Shirogane Blue Pond near BA. The pond has this amazing blue color, and when you combine that with autumn trees around it, it's just gorgeous. Hokkaido is perfect if you want to avoid crowds and experience wild, natural beauty. Plus the food here is incredible. Fresh seafood, daily products, and some of the best ramen in Japan. Now let me give you a simple breakdown. If you're coming late September or early October, go to Hokkaido. If you're coming in the mid to late October, visit Nikko, the Japanese Alps or Mount Fuji region. Now if you're coming in late November to early December, that's perfect for Tokyo and Kanazawa. Now if you're coming in early to mid-December, that's the best time for Kyoto. The key is to match your travel dates with the forecast for the area you want to visit most. What should you pack? The weather changes a lot during autumn, and in early October it can still be warm at around 20 to 25 degrees Celsius. That's about 68 to 77 degrees Fahrenheit. By late November, it's much cooler at 10 to 15 degrees Celsius, which is about 50 to 59 degrees Fahrenheit. In December, especially mornings and evenings, it can be chilly at 5 to 10 degrees Celsius. Key is layers. Rain clothes can add up or remove as the temperature changes. Always pack comfortable walking shoes, a light waterproof jacket, and warm layers like sweaters. And don't forget your camera with extra batteries because you're going to take tons of photos. Well, your phones can actually manage that. Maybe just bring extra power banks for your phone. Now let me share some insider tips. First, book your hotels now. I'm serious about this. With the forecast showing late November and early December as peak times for Kyoto and Tokyo, those dates will fill up fast. The best hotels can sell out 3 to 6 months in advance. Second, use social media to check real-time conditions. Search for your destination in Instagram or Twitter to see photos from people who are there right now. This will tell you if the colors are very good or if you need to wait. Third, try to visit popular spots early in the morning or late afternoon. Places like Arashiyama get super crowded in the middle of the day, so early morning is much more peaceful and you get better photos. Fourth, remember that the JMC will release another forecast in early November. Final thoughts: this years later than usual autumn colors actually give you more time to plan and more flexibility. Whether you want to see the early colors in Hokkaido, peak beauty in Kyoto, Japan's autumn season has something magical for everyone. Now that you know when and where to go for autumn Japan, you're probably wondering what souvenirs you should bring back home, right? So I've got you covered. Click the video popping up right now where I share my top 10 best Japan souvenirs to buy. Trust me, there are things most tourists never think about but locals absolutely love. See you there. Mata ne.